What's up, YouTube? It's Avril32 here with Big Bruce 94's brother, except he's the better player of the two. But we're here with Michael Kingsley, freaking BA player. He's like my older brother, and he's got a lot of skill under his belt. So I'm gonna let him take away this deck profile for y'all, and hopefully y'all will enjoy it.
Alright, what's up, guys? So today I played a little rogue. I'm kind of known for playing anti-meta. I actually played back during the day Frog FTK, so I like to play.
He played really stupid decks back in the day.
But I'm more of known as an anti-meta player for Jacksonville. However, today I played something a little interesting. For one of like 5 people, it was despots. So starting out with the monsters, I ran 2 1s. It's really good. A lot of OTKs with him. He gets up to really high. Like I had him up to 6,000. I inflicted 7,100 in 1 turn because of this card. He's the level 1 tuner, so really good. I actually used to play him at 1. Up to the 2 is so much better. 3 2s. So this guy is like the Stratos. When he special summons, you search a despot card from your deck to your hand. Gives 500 each all other machine type monsters. Love opening this card. Or actually, I love opening up the next despot, which is 3, summoning this guy and machine duping this guy, because then I get 3 searches for the price of 1 card. But I'll explain that later. But 2 is really good. Essentially just swarms the field and beefs up the other despots. Alright, so the next one, Despot 3. He's by far my favorite, just because he's a ruler. But this guy here, he's a tour guide when he's on normal summoned. He special summons a despot. Special summons a despot monster from my deck. And during either player's turn, for every despot card I control, including the pendulums, he gives 500 attack and defense for every one of those cards to 1 despot. He's the reason that the OTK is real. Then I play 3 Despot 4. Really good. This is the 1 card that outbeats Honest. If Cosmo wants to drop Honest on that farm girl, this card activates during damage calculation. You send a Despot from deck to graveyard, and it gains 500 attack and defense times the level. And then when it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon 2 Despots from your hand and or graveyard with 2 different levels. This is actually the reason that I can main phase 2 Trish almost every time. And main phase 2 Trish is something that's extremely hard to like come back from. So the next ones, this is where we get our pendulum engine from. Despot 5. This card's the 10 scale. When it's destroyed in the pendulum zone, I get to special summon a despot from my graveyard. I love summoning this guy, popping in a despot 5 that I have in my pendulum zone, and summoning more. So he facilitates the OTK also. However, when this card's normal or special summon, I get to pop it back over 2. So it's really good. I have a searchable MST while maining my own 3 MSTs. The next one is Despot 6. This guy here, he's the 1 scale. So these 2 complete the scale. It's the 1 to 10 scale. The only despot you can't pendulum summon is Despot 1. You can pendulum summon each other one. When this guy here dies in the pendulum zone, I get to add a despot from my graveyard to my hand. I love adding back 3 because I get to reuse the ability to summon other despot monsters. That's the monster lineup. I want to say it's 17 total. It's essentially just all despots. Moving on to the spells, it's obviously the 1 Raigeki. I actually found myself citing this card out almost every time. It's really not good against the format, especially in an OTK, since we're in such an OTK format. Then, you want to see your combo pieces. The best card to do that, Upstart Goblin. Well, some people say that the OTK is hindered by the 1,000 life points.
I was just about to ask, did you ever find yourself like giving your opponent 1,000 life and not being able to OTK?
Yes and no. I gave a guy 2,000. He went up to 10,000. I inflicted 7,100 points of damage in 1 turn. I ended up losing that game, but that's because he dropped vanities on me. I can't do anything with vanities. Yeah, it is rough. But realistically, no. Most of the time, I only see 1, and once I see 1, it's usually running into a trap card. Then, the one thing that nobody ever sees coming, reasoning. Reasoning, so many different levels. The best thing is when they call 4, or they call the 1 or 8, playing like they think you're playing Cosmo Infernoid, and you drop 2.
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, once you drop 2, once 2's effects resolve, you get anything and you just go off. Then I play for 3 Forbidden Lance. Reason being is my despots, they'll beef themselves up so high that the 800 point decrease doesn't matter. However, you need 4 to resolve. You need his attack to resolve to make your plays go off, or you need 3 summon to resolve. So Lance, it stops the mirror forces, things like that, the time space trap holes, all that kind of stuff.
Oh shit! I heard a beat, man. First I thought they were putting. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no, that's my fault.
Ooh, scared the hell out of me.
Then obviously 3 MST, like I said, the main issue for despots is the back row. So you main deck the back row 8. That's pretty much it. MST is self-explanatory. My favorite thing to do though is I have my 5 scale or my despot 5 in the pendulum zone. Pop it with this card, get a special summon. So it's really good. It's versatile to either pop my opponent's back row if they have something, or just OTK him with 5. And then the last card, which is the best card in the deck, Machine Duplication. They're all 500 attack points starting out, so the only one that beefs itself up automatically is 1, so they're all a Machine Dupe target. The best one to Machine Dupe is either 3, 2, or 4. 2, I'll get 3. If I normal summon 2, I'll get 2 searches, but if I special summon 2, I'll put 3. Then I get 3 searches by summoning all 3, special summoning all 3 2s. Yeah, this is like one of the best cards in the deck, just because of the fact that all of them are targets. And then I actually only run 7 trap cards. Vandy's Emptiness, obviously. I can sit behind all my despots, especially if I have multiple 3s on board. They're going to beef them up to extremely high. Like, there was one time, a Magic Spectre player, he locked himself out of the game by flipping up his vanities. I sat behind Gachi, 2, and 3. 3 was pumped up to 2,400 each time. So, what can I say? Like, Vandy's is good. Obviously, the one I saw in the morning. It's pendulum-based format. Hits pendulums. Like, it's just all morning. And then the card that really helps me out, that saves me a turn, 3 Threatening Roar. Threatening Roar. Yeah, Threatening Roar. If I can't OTK you, it gives me an extra turn, and I can guarantee you, if you give me a turn, I'm just gonna OTK you. That's essentially what's gonna happen. And then my personal tech, which a lot of despot players aren't playing, Gozen Match. Gozen Match, each player can only control one type of attribute, and as you'll see from my extra deck, all Earth types, or mostly Earth types. It's really good against Cosmo. There was a guy, the one Cosmo player I played, drops E-Telly with a Kaiser Coliseum on board. He had just searched a Wicked Witch, and I have an already established Gozen Match. He summons Farm Girl and he can't go into Wicked Witch because he has a light monster on board. So he can't summon that. The other thing was the same player, game 3, it was the same game. He Cyber Dragons while I have 5 Despots on grid or on board. So because he controls a light monster, he actually can't Chimera Tech, since Chimera Tech's a dark monster. So Gozen Match really good for this. So moving on to the extra deck, I play 3 XE monsters, Gachi, Castel, Abyss Dweller. I don't really go into Abyss Dweller much. There was one time at locals where I actually needed Castel. I had to Castel away at Dark Claw so I could get Force Effect to resolve. Gachi is the OTK protector. That's pretty much it. Plus he beefs up shit, so that's about it. Now, this deck is mainly a Synchro toolbox. So I play 1 level 4, Herald of the Arclight, Effect Negation, Armades, MVP right here, Metal Horus. So this card, if I use an effect monster as a synchro material, it negates a monster's effect permanently. If I use a pendulum monster, my favorite thing is 1 in 5. My opponent's forced to give me one of their monsters. It wasn't prevalent today, but in my locals, I managed to take a Deltaros with 2 materials attached to him still. Other level 6, Archeon obviously stops traps. Yeah, it's too good. Now, one of the best cards in the extra deck, Naturia Beast. I run 2 of them. This card's really easy to make with 1 in 4. I like to make it first turn against Pepe. They can't play the game.
They really can't.
They really can't play the game. Like, I'm just gonna negate all their scales. That's pretty much it. Plus, if I leave my board open, if I have this card on there, they can't right Gek me. Like, if they try, yeah. 7s, I play 2. I play Black Rose Dragon, obviously. Good thing about Black Rose, if I have scales up, the scales, they get effects when they're destroyed. So if I nuke the board, my opponent doesn't get to recover, but I can recover in the same turn. and I can still OTK it at the same time. Because especially with 5 being destroyed, I can special summon from graveyard. So by destroying the scales, it gets 1 to hand, and I'll get 1 special summon from the graveyard.
You plus regardless.
Yeah, I plus regardless. And then the boss monster right here, Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. If you want an out to side frames, you summon this card, and you just continue attacking. Monster effects can be activated in the battle phase. Your opponent can activate monster effects in the battle phase. So one side frame player, I beat him with this card. He didn't have anything to stop the summon, so I got this guy out. Just continued poking. Literally poked for 25, he couldn't do anything. I play 1 level 8. I play Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon is really good because I can pop Trouble back row, and I can pop my scales and trigger my scales effects. So it's really good. Obviously, the best main phase 2 card, or play to make. Main phase 2 Trish. Really, really strong. Like, I can get this off with 4. So say I have 1 and 4 in graveyard. If I destroy a monster with 4, I can special summon 4 and 1 from my graveyard and sink main phase 2 into Trish. Didn't happen today. I really wish it would have. I mainly get it off in locals. Like I'll hit. Last night I top forward with this deck at locals. I hit Trish main phase 2. I hit a face down plush fire. I hit the 1 Skull Crobat Joker in the hand, and then I banished Thick Nister. And it literally he couldn't play after that. And I played 2 level 10s. Leo, just because he can't be targeted. He's a big beater. And personally, my favorite card of the entire deck, Deskbot Jet. If you're playing Despots, you gotta play this card. This card's just too good. It gains 500 attack and defense for every Despot card I currently control on the field. It has 2 effects that I activate. I can only activate 1 of those effects per turn. I target a face-up Despot card. I destroy it, and I can special summon a Despot from graveyard, or not graveyard, from deck. So if I pop 5, I get to special summon from graveyard and from deck. Or if I pop 6, I get to search 1 to hand and special summon 1 from deck. The other effect is I can target a face-up Despot card. I can target a face-up card, Despot card, and a face-up card on the field, and I can pop both those cards. So it acts as a Diamond Dire Wolf for me. So without having to play Diamond Dire Wolf in my extra deck,
it acts as multiple cards.
It acts as multiple cards for me. Mainly I use the effect to special summon. However, every time that I've summoned this card 12 times. 11 out of those 12 games I win. So that's pretty much it. That's the
basically, boys and girls, Jet is good.
It's really good. I've actually started a collection. I have like 29 after opening entry packs today. And my buddy has 4 more for me, and I think my other buddy has 8 more for me.
Oh my god.
So I'm just collecting all the Jets. Side deck wise,
let's see what this is made of here.
3 Wavering Ice. I don't main deck this card because I don't have enough pendulums. I'll be main decking this card when we get 7 and 8 in Bosch. But it's really good against the Pepe matchup. There's actually a time where I Wavering Ice for 4. So I got the Banish, Search, Wavering Ice, Search 1 of my pendulums, and inflict 500 damage. Also, Wavering Ice is really good to trigger the effects of 5 and 6. 2 Grandhorn. Obviously, Grandhorn really good. Stops the entire pendulum summon. Stops the XE synchro plays, things like that. Mainly, like I side a total of 7 cards for the Pepe matchup, and these are 5 of them. You'll see the other 2 later. It's actually my personal. The other 2 are my personal tech. 2 Royal Decree. Back row. Like we hate back row, and what's better than Royal Decree? So that's kind of self-explanatory. I'm iffy about this card, but Fairy Wind. I lose because of skill drain. Like if I can't resolve their effects, I just lose. And Fairy Wind's a good out to that. Plus, it also contributes to the OTK because I can do inflict damage to my opponent. So Fairy Wind, and plus it hits my scales too, so I can trigger my scales also. And then obviously 2 Light Imprisoning here. All my stuff's here. Like I'm not hit by it. And Cosmo, like you already have a really good matchup since 4 gets over honest, so you don't have to worry about it because it's an accidental damage step or damage calculation. But you don't want Slip Rider to resolve things like that, like hit the Imperial Iron Walls and stuff. And speaking of which, Imperial Iron Ball. You know, obviously 2 of. I don't banish up into Trish. It's really good. Yeah, it's a 1-card shutout to Infernoids and a 1-card shutout to Cosmo. And my personal tech, the Huge Revolution is over.
Say what?